Portions of the following program may have been pre-recorded.
Warning, the following is entirely satirical and should not be taken as truth or fact. Styles Rebel Radio and the Rebel Podcast do not own any copyrighted material that may be included in this broadcast. Viewer discretion is advised.
My wife was texting her mother saying, I come to meet this Bublé guy and he's completely gay. He's hitting on my friend.
Suspend the show right now.
You're gonna zipline directly into the harpoon?
Yeah.
What do you know about planes?
I know a lot about planes.
Buckle in, dude. It's gonna suck.
Put your hand on the screen.
How did they find out? Who was the one?
This show has gotten infinitely more gay.
The mystical land of New Jersey.
I don't understand how the laws in this country work anymore.
Holy shit! Welcome to the Rebel Radio Show, live, uncut, and uncensored.
Oh, are we shitting?
On WSR Radio.
Oh, okay.
To my right is Shaney.
Hey, everyone.
To his right is the Pidge.
Hi.
Oh, that mic just is not.
No, it's not on.
Hi. Here.
Was that the right mic? Oh, we're going to figure that out. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Shane and I said we were going to cuddle and share the mic before this, so that's what we're going to do right now.
We're just getting real close.
Yeah.
And on the board is Jules.
Howdy.
We're brought to you by Synergy Music Studio out of Chicago. For recording, mixing, mastering, production, and more, synergymusicstudio.com is the place to go. We're also joined by Michael Bublé on the call. Also, can't hear him. Cool. Awesome. We'll get that worked out.
Damn it, Michael.
So, we got to figure out Michael Bublé. And
he was here, we promise.
He was just here. He's still connected. We just can't hear him.
Yeah.
So, we'll get that worked out. Why don't you tell me about what 11A means real quick?
So 11A is the seat that the one lone passenger on Air India on the Air India crash that was that what? Like 3 days ago, 4 days ago? But
Wednesday.
it was Wednesday. The passenger survives. His name is Ramesh Kumar. And he recounts how his proximity to the emergency exit on the London-bound Boeing 787 that crashed. Oh no, it's Thursday. And that seat specifically allowed him to walk to safety. Sitting next to the exit door may increase a person's chance of survival in a crash. However, experts say that the specific seat number, such as 11A, is not universally the safest, as aircrafts can have numerous different layouts. So this kind of brings up the conversation of, is sitting in this seat in particular the safest? Because when we were talking about this before we came in, Style had mentioned that there was another flight out of Air India in the 80s or the 70s or something like that.
Yeah,
where
like some guy was sitting in the same seat.
Seat 11A.
Yeah, or one of that row, right?
Sorry, Michael Bublé is just not cooperating.
Damn it, Michael.
No, he's
So
not.
we'll have to get back with him at a later date. But yeah, 11A is the survivor seat, as I like to call it. The Air India crash that happened Tuesday, I believe. Tuesday evening, maybe Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
The only survivor out of 100-plus people was this guy in 11A.
No, it was quick. It was
Yeah.
Thursday. It said in the
Thursday,
article.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
fuck me then, Shane. All
I
right?
said Wednesday first.
Forget it. Next article. I don't know what I'm talking about. Next article. No, but in 1998, I believe, there was another plane crash
Mm-hmm.
and had 100-plus survivors, and seat 11A was the only survivor on it. Also was like a foreign pop singer. Turned out to be like, I think from Thailand. Ed Sheeran, actually. But yeah.
he made the cut.
So seat 11A is the one that is the survivor seat. And my question to that is, should we charge more for seat 11A? And should you try to book seat 11A? And if you're on a smaller plane or a larger plane, do you then correlate where seat 11A would be on that plane to how the size of your plane?
Yeah, what was the plane? You said it was a larger plane? Was it like
It was a
smaller?
Boeing, right?
A 737 or whatever?
787 is what it
787.
said.
That's a big plane. Okay, so it might have to be probably the bigger planes. I don't know.
Michael.
Adjust it for the small boys?
What? Where
The seat.
Seat
yeah,
11A
seat
is?
11A, yeah.
Well, I'm sure it'd be a different name, but like
Keep it.
even though that seat doesn't exist, it goes like seat 1 through 8A, and then you have 11A behind it.
How there's the 27 club right now with
The 11A club.
The number
the
27. You can't make it the 28 club. You can't change the name. It's got to be 11A.
I like the 11A club a
Yeah.
lot.
Or like with buildings that are over 13 floors, they don't have
I think that's a
Floor
myth.
13.
floor.
I think that's a myth.
Honestly, I don't know. I've never paid attention.
You say they don't have a 14th floor?
Myth?
13th.
13th?
Yeah.
Maybe back in the day, because maybe
Well,
I don't
somebody
know.
No,
said it was
yeah.
like a
I think that's still at
a
least.
superstition.
I think that's. I don't know about every building ever, but I'm not surprised if.
You've never watched that Every Building Ever video on YouTube?
But like you go into a building and they have 10, 11, 12, 14
Yeah.
on their like elevator
I don't
thing.
think I've ever been in a building that said 10, 11, 14.
I've
Well,
12, 14.
yeah.
yeah, I've probably seen it. I don't know. It's something where like that doesn't surprise me because I know that number holds superstition, you know.
If you're an elevator inspector listening, 216-859-8699. I want to see some pictures of the 13th floor.
Huge in the
Send it
elevator
in,
inspector market.
I hope, man.
Yeah.
That's our next show, actually. We're going to have a show marketed specifically to elevator inspectors.
And any of my corporate white boys, white collar boys, white boys, send it to
White
that
boys
way-
as in
yeah,
white
the
collar?
yeah. Cops stole the boys in blue from the blue collar boys. That's just how it is.
So then here's my question. If seat 11A, hypothetically, theoretically,
survivor seat.
potentially, the survivor seat
Right.
is
The Reba
like,
seat, I like to call it.
yeah, say that is the Reba seat.
Yeah.
You know? That's the seat where you know that you'll survive no matter what.
Right.
How much are you willing to pay for that seat? And there's only one of them.
Yeah, only one person can survive on this flight.
Right.
How much more would you charge if you were an airline company after this story? You think they're charging like what, an extra $50? Probably
it's
a
a
minimum $50.
It's a 500% increase.
500.
I
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
really hope that they don't increase the pay for that one
It's just
seat.
first come, first serve
Yeah.
survivor seat.
You gotta get the survivor
It's the
seat.
Yeah.
lotto. You
Yeah.
gotta win the lotto
Oh,
for the
man.
11A seat.
No one
Yeah.
can book their survivor seat, but if you have enough
Yeah,
mileage with the
yeah.
certain airline, you might get bumped up to the survivor
You
seat.
have you have more names and
Yeah. I know someone at United that can get me the survivor seat on this flight.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
There has to be, statistically, there has to be a seat on every plane that is the most likely for you to survive in a crash.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's where the safety inspector sits.
Yeah.
And he
safety-
knows.
The safety inspector sits in one chair in the plane, looks at the whole thing, taps it twice on the top part, says boop boop, all good to
That's
go
not
here.
going anywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know about you, but in my mind, when the safety inspector is testing the plane, it's not moving. It's on the runway.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's just sitting there going, yeah, seems safe. Seems like it could fly.
No, he's getting in. He's getting in the mix, and he's like, take me up for a spin.
And he's actually paying attention to the flight attendant
Yeah.
during the briefing.
Yeah, he's
before.
really he's at it. He's like
invested.
going
He's got
along.
a checklist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
going along with the little pamphlet.
He
that
has
they
the
have.
script.
Yeah.
The hand motions.
He's got it down to
You
a
can't,
science.
and maybe this is why Boeing is having so many issues. You can't accurately test a plane.
What do you mean?
You can't
What do you
test
mean you
a
can't test a plane?
unless you're gonna fill it to capacity and fly it. You can't test a
You
plane.
just get some dumbbells,
That's
get a
kinda
150
true.
pound dumbbell and put
It's
it in the
kind of
seat.
true.
It's not true. You got to have variety, and every plane ride's different because
I
you don't know how
mean-
much everyone weighs.
Every plane has a max weight.
Yeah.
I'll be the dumbbell guy.
But does it have a min weight? Be the dumbbell guy,
Yeah.
bringing the dumbbells on the plane.
I think the minimum weight is just
Minimum
the plane.
weight is just the plane.
It's-
Yeah.
Think it's gonna start floating if
What do
people
you
don't get in it?
It might
and
go
the
too
pilot-
fast.
Like, quick, the plane's floating away. Someone get in
It
it.
might go too fast.
The minimum weight, it's been exceeded.
All right, listen, hear me out. You build a car, right? From scratch. You build a car and
Been
you
there.
put the engine in. You've been there, brother. You build a car, you put the engine in. You got to have enough forward momentum to push the car forward without fishtailing. You have to be able to have the back of the car not be weighed down by the front. So in a plane,
Wait, what?
You don't understand how a plane flies anyway.
And planes
So-
don't fly like cars fly. Cars drive.
my car flies fine, buddy.
Cars-
I am flying.
Cars drive. Planes, they fly.
I don't think you know what you're talking about. Let me see your degree.
I have a couple rings.
Ring.
Good for you. You played in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What does that have to do with planes?
I'm a
Former Bronco. Good for
seasoned
you.
veteran of the game.
What game?
The
Don't say
game.
it. Don't say it.
You lost the game.
Hey,
Mm.
Let me tell you something about planes.
Let me tell you
You
something,
can't breeze
brother.
past that. Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
Don't trust them, number one.
I know you don't.
Because there's a 50-50 chance of where you're going when you get on a plane. You're either reaching your destination or you're not.
That's any vehicle that you get in.
You know, you
It's
said
not
this, you said that before we came on air, and I agreed with you. As soon as Pidge made this point, I'm actually kind of agreeing with Pidge now. That could happen to you with any
That's
vehicle
not true.
that you enter.
That's not true.
Straight up
It
is.
Well, hang on. No, you got to think about the risk reward factor, right?
There's a reward.
What happens halfway through the flight?
You arrive at the.
That's the
What
biggest
happens
reward.
halfway through the flight is I get my Delta cookie. That's what I get.
Halfway through the flight. Why are you flying Delta? I don't
do you
even
want?
fly, and I know not to fly Delta. Halfway through the flight.
They got the Lord of the Rings on there.
That's another reason not to fly
Yeah,
Delta
okay.
for me.
You lost 30% of your audience right there.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
30% of our audience is 35 up.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
They all fly Delta.
And they all fly Delta. That's what really killed it, is me shitting on Delta. Actually, Delta Airlines just listens all the time. We're the in-flight entertainment.
That's all the foreign listeners. They're
Yeah.
just,
They listen to the
flight
Rebel Radio show. What was halfway through your flight?
halfway.
Only things that can happen are nothing or dying.
Or you can keep going straight.
That's nothing.
That is something.
Nothing or dying.
Nothing would be
That's
like
not the
just
only things that
Unless
can
to
happen.
you.
going prone in the
To
air.
you.
You can eat your peanuts.
Eat your peanuts on your
Yeah,
own
you
time.
could do a little dance.
chew a little bubble gum.
Watch your
pop
in-flight
those ears.
movie.
Yeah. Play cards.
You can get diverted and go
Invent
somewhere else.
You can invent a handshake. You can invent a world.
You know what? I can handle the back and forth with Shane. I can handle the back and forth sometimes with Jules when you're
Sometimes.
both doing this. I can't do 3. I think this is where I draw the line. There's too much power in the community now.
There's too much
this board-
negativity in you.
This board has been
You
divided
could,
up
you
too
could
many
wart a
ways.
short
This is a
story
coup.
on that plane.
This is
That's a
our
very
show
eventful
now.
plane ride.
You know when you divide something 3 ways, it's a 33 1/3 chance.
God damn
Don't Steiner
It's
math
going-
me. buddy.
However, that's not accurate.
I'll Braun break you in half.
it.
But that's not accurate because 33 1/3 times 3 is only 999, right? So
Juice
like
World.
I'm
33 1/3 times 3 is 100.
I like to think no, it's not.
33 1/3
Yeah.
plus 33
No, but that's not what it is though. It's 33.3.
times 3.
Yeah, that makes you 33.9.
Yeah, I guess 33. Yeah,
Yeah.
Steiner math.
So there's
That's-
so there's,
that was
there's, there's
The
another
Steiner
point
math
there.
really got Pidge
Fucking-
rolling
I-
on that
I
one.
Steinered him on that one.
Disaster.
So you got another point there is what I'm saying. I'm like that one extra point. I'm like 33.4 when it's just the 3 of us. I can combat
Excuse
I can
me?
combat the
Why
2
are you-
arguments.
This is a
I
coup.
can't combat the 3.
This is our show
now it's
This
equally
is
4.
our
We're
show.
the host. Style is our guest. That's what.
If you get diverted when you're driving a car, you pop a tire, you go to the side of the road and you put a new tire on. You don't die.
That's what happens when you divert.
When you get
You
diverted
could
on an
die.
aircraft, you just go to
Cars do
Miami
crash.
instead of freaking.
You blow a fucking rotor on a plane in the middle of the flight. You're not pulling over to fix it.
No,
you
that's
can.
not
You
true.
can.
They dive down. You're screwed, pal. The 3-headed hound dog is after you.
Evan's not allowed in the show anymore.
You can, if like, I've seen videos where like the
Oh,
the
you've
engine,
seen videos, so you're the expert.
The engine will be on fire, and it's like the plane landed in Denver safely and repaired the engine and went back
Exactly.
up and finished its
But
flight.
I don't want to go to
Yes.
fucking Denver.
But
that's
you
what you
live.
have to
But
do.
you're a liver.
That is kind of worse than death. I'm kind of with Style on this one. Going to Denver.
Denver,
Going to
dude,
Denver.
the Denver airport, Lucifer.
Exactly. Of
Yeah,
course
it's
you'd land
Ugh.
in Denver.
Hand in hand.
Jeez, couldn't. Yeah, you're right. Actually.
I know I am.
We're not doing
I know I am.
All right. At the end of this, we have to agree with him. All right.
Contractually,
Yeah.
that's part of the new contract we worked out with Live 365.
So what happened?
No ads as long as I'm right.
What seat are you guys getting for your
11A.
your Stylepalooza flight to Tex-
Guam.
Yeah, Texar Guam.
Tex or yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get
I'm the
seat,
pilot.
I'm getting seat 11A.
Is seat 11A safer than the pilot seat?
I think so.
Is the pilot
Yeah.
seat the most
Yeah,
dangerous?
dude.
I think
No.
the pilot seat is the most
No.
dangerous.
What if
No.
it cracks directly in the middle?
If the plane fishtails, then the tail is obviously gonna be the worst part.
I think the middle is always the safest.
I'm going to
If
the
the roads are really slick and the plane fishtails, you're telling me that the tail isn't gonna get the brunt end of that?
Why is it bad to be in the bathroom when the plane crashes?
Because you can end up in the toilet.
Listen, you can either be pooping while
Pooping on
the
you.
plane is crashing, or not pooping while the plane is crashing. Which one do you
That's
want?
a chance I'll take.
You said there's a 50-50 chance.
I'm going to poop regardless, so I might as well be in the bathroom. 216-859-8699. Where are you pooping?
Hi, this is Melissa.
And hey, it's Matt.
Coming at you from Synergy Music Studio.
We are a recording and production studio located on the south side near Chicago.
Check us out online at synergymusicstudio.com. We offer recording, mixing, and mastering.
And follow us on Instagram at Synergy Music Studio. Rock hard.
If LimeWire taught us anything, your digital music is free and open to piracy, and even manipulation when it comes to digital distribution. So why settle for a bunch of ones and zeros floating around on the internet? Make your release something special with Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbender is one of America's most trusted custom vinyl record pressing plants and works with local artists to get their next release pressed exactly to their liking. So check out Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl pressing plant today by visiting hellbendervinyl.com to get started. And don't forget, all customers at Hellbender Vinyl get 5 free test presses at no additional charge. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com.
Are you ready, kids? It's me, distinctively non-copyright, unspecified Sponge Man, and you're listening to the Rebel Radio Show on WSRR. Make the switch.
Honestly, why don't you guys just fucking take over? I'll just play virtual pinball over here or something.
We're still waiting on Michael.
He's not fucking connecting now. So we had him on the Discord. Michael,
chatting it up.
For those of you just tuning in, Michael Bublé is on the show today.
He was sending me booty pics.
He does that a lot.
Clothed, of course.
But he does it a lot.
Yeah, booty pics.
Like in his slacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why he... Regardless, he was on the Discord call. We had him mic'd up. We were talking to him before the show, and then we went live, and for some reason, he can hear us, but we can't hear him.
Yeah. So, Michael, if you're out there, we love you. Peace and love.
Yeah. Check maybe in the Discord we can get a chat going with Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
WSRradio.com to join the Discord server.
Maybe outside we can get a Michael Bublé chant going on.
Yeah.
Just
If you got Michael
outside
Bublé
right now, start chanting for Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
If you got him in your contacts, just help us out.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
get him in here.
Yeah. Maybe you could call in with him like a two-way.
Yeah.
And we could...
We'll have you on the show, too.
Yeah, no, you won't get to say anything because we want to talk to Michael. The whole show today was based off this interview around Michael Bublé.
Right.
So we're kind of just flying blind at this
Right.
point. Like we're in seat 11A.
But we're safe.
We're safe.
Yeah.
Because we're in 11A.
Because we're in 11A. We're also safe when you go to hellbendervinyl.com to make your next album release something special. Stick it to all of those other digital releases when you go to hellbendervinyl.com because you can have your release pressed on custom colored vinyl. They're one of America's most trusted custom vinyl record pressing plants.
Yeah.
Pressing plants.
They press plant. They
press
they're-
vinyl.
They
They're a
press
bunch of-
vinyl at a plant.
At a
Bunch of
plant.
Plant pressers over there.
At the
Whoa,
plant
whoa,
pressing.
whoa,
At the
whoa.
plant pressing.
Yeah.
They are plant pressers.
Yes.
Hellbendervinyl.com for more information or to get your vinyl pressed with Hellbender. You get 5 free test copies every time you make an order as well at hellbendervinyl.com because they're hellbent on service, hellbent on quality, hellbendervinyl.com. Let's talk about this man.
This man.
Tell me about this man. Whose man's is this?
So,
I'm so hip with the kids.
A man faces charges in Pinellas.
Oh, what?
Pinellas County? Pinellas.
Penis County.
Penis County.
In Penis County. Deputies say he called 911, claiming security at a club took $300 from him, money he used in an attempt to pay an employee for sex. So the backstory here is, according to the arrest affidavit filed by the county sheriff's office, his name is Sultan Al-Nolfi.
His name is Sultan?
He's the Sultan?
His name is Sultan Al-Nolfi.
That's a powerful name.
That is a very powerful name.
21 years old, called 911 from the Oz Gentlemen's Club near Clearwater shortly after midnight.
Florida.
Yeah. Shortly after midnight, Sunday, June 8th, deputies say Sultan told dispatchers to come take him to jail. Then he explained he paid a worker at the sex club for service, but did not receive
Bring me in.
didn't receive the services.
He knew he was going to jail in the place they
He's
called.
like, take me in.
He said, guys, you're going to have to book me because I am dying on this hill.
Schedule an appointment.
Staff at the club told the deputies that he asked for a private room along with sex from a staff member and called 911 when his request was denied. Investigators also noted that the criminal appeared intoxicated and smelled of alcohol as they arrested him on charges of misuse of wireless 911 system.
So it's its own charge,
Oh,
wireless 911.
Yeah, 100%.
So I would get a different charge if I made a fake 911 call from a landline.
Maybe.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's what got me out of all this.
Should have gone to a payphone.
Should have gone to a payphone. It would have avoided a charge.
Yeah. Could have been a free man.
Could have been a free man. He wasn't offered. He said he paid them to go to a back room for sex. He wasn't offered this.
Yeah, he paid them for sex, and they're like, "We don't do that. This is a strip club."
And he said, "I already paid."
Yeah, he's like, "Well, I paid. I'm calling the cops.
I'm getting the authorities involved."
Yeah. Good for him.
It's a gambling mindset.
That's a man of his wallet, I would say.
Gamble all your money away and be like, "Oh, I did not win. I need to speak to the manager."
I'd like to speak to someone higher.
I
up.
need
This,
it back.
Statistically, I should have won. Bring the manager out here.
What's going on here? Yeah, no, I just thought it was a good little goof story. This guy tales on himself, and it's weird because he didn't get arrested for
prostitution or anything.
Right,
Well, because
he get arrested for prostitution.
Well, yeah, because he's the one that's trying.
I don't know how that works. Actually,
Prostitute.
Because the prostitute would get arrested for solicitation.
All right, man. Pretend we don't know how prostitution works.
What the fuck's a prostitute?
No, I don't know how that works though. Of like, if I'm the one that orders the prostitute, do I get boned too? Like, do I?
Yeah.
Get...
Yes, if you pay.
Well, do
theoretically,
I get in trouble with the law?
Yes, if you pay. Theoretically.
Okay.
Yeah, because paying
Well,
for sex is a
prostitution
crime,
is illegal,
Right.
yeah.
which is prostitution.
Right.
So both of you would get
Right.
double boned then.
Double.
Yeah,
boned.
both of you are getting double boned. Damn. You and the girl you were about to bone or the dude you were about to bone, back of the cop car with you, like, well,
I already paid.
yeah. Like, do it
You
back
want to
here?
just fucking?
Just do it back here?
What are they gonna do? Pull over?
All right, stop! Stop!
Bang
Get
it
off
on the
them.
glass.
Get off of them!
They probably wouldn't be in the same cop car.
They might.
But
That'd
they might be.
That would be funny if they were.
Try it in a small town.
There you go.
They might.
They only
Yeah.
have one cop car in a
Yeah,
small
if you
town.
only have one cop car. If you're in Mayberry
Yeah.
and you're arrested for prostitution
If you're in West Newbury, you're gonna get a 5-knuckle shuffle.
Or Penis County.
or Penis County,
or Penis County.
What do you expect to happen in Penis County?
No, right.
I
right.
expected
Not this.
I expected the story to be that he paid a hooker and she ran off with the money. Not that he went to a strip club expecting sex.
Yeah, he really told on himself. And it's weird that he didn't even get in trouble for it.
Yeah, it was misuse of
Well,
911.
right. I guess they were just trying to let him off because he was probably drunk.
And he already
Yeah.
lost $300.
Yeah.
Like he's not paying this
Yeah,
fine.
they're like
This guy's had a shitty
already.
night.
Yeah, this guy's already in the
Lost
gutter.
$300 out. No head.
He's got in the back of the cop car with no head.
That mugshot is a mugshot of a guy
Who turned himself
who
in.
lost $300 and got no head.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
He's the
Yes.
Sultan of no head. Oh, man.
The headless sultan?
The headless sultan.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
To my Middle Easterners out there, is that a story?
The headless
The
sultan?
headless sultan. It probably
It is now.
It is now.
Yeah.
In Penis County, it is.
Yeah.
I don't think Penis County is the Middle East, but
We could ask
It might
ChatGPT
be.
It's
to make
Florida.
a headless sultan.
story.
Which is
fanfic.
We don't
Maybe
have to
worse.
ask. It exists. We're doing it right now.
It's true. We're making the lore.
He made the lore when he walked into a strip club thinking he was going to get boned.
He is the headless sultan. Okay,
He said,
you're right.
private
It's real.
room, bone me.
The
now."
fact that he said that he's going to be turned in. Like he called and was like, "You're going to have to
Yeah.
fucking arrest me.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
think
going to
it was
commit a
that.
crime here."
Right.
he wanted someone
No.
to dominate him that night, and
I-
it ended up being the police.
It's like, I don't care if it's you guys, if it's her.
I already paid.
Woman cop, preferably.
Someone's going to beat my ass, and
Could
I'm
you
going to
send
love
a
it.
female officer down here?
Please.
Kick the fuck out of me.
These measurements, please.
Precise measurements. That's diabolical.
Yeah, I just feel like why go into the strip club expecting sex? Because that doesn't happen.
He didn't.
to my-
He didn't
my
understand how it
understanding.
worked.
It does
Yeah,
happen
right.
in some of them.
But you can't just ask.
But yeah, well, the thing is like
There's etiquette.
he gets denied, and his first thought is like, I'm calling the police. Like,
I heard
this is an
paid.
outrage.
I want to know the exchange before the police got there of like, hey, here's $300. I want sex. And they say no. And he goes, you have the money now.
I would bet it was $300 to go back into the VIP room.
Yes.
And then he didn't get sex.
That's when he asked.
He
for
was
sex.
like either expecting sex or asked for sex and didn't get it, and then walked out of the private room and was like, "Where's my fucking money? I'm calling the cops right now if I don't get my
I want a
$300."
refund.
Yeah, literally.
He's walking around taking the singles out of the fucking.
And you got to know he's probably
These are mine.
screaming all of these phrases too, because the club is probably just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's the whole time, and he's just like, "Give me my fucking money back!"
It would have been so funny if the room next to him, the dude was getting head.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
guy, that
yeah,
guy missed out.
I want what this guy's getting.
Yeah, he just got a prude stripper.
Yeah. Sucks for that guy.
What if it was just another $300? What if he's like, I already paid $300?
She was like, another 300.
Right.
He's like, I'm not doing that.
He's trying to bargain.
It's like
Yeah.
600.
Come on.
Start lowball. Start bargaining. Yeah, just
Like, I got a Costco
I could
card
do.
here.
I could do $350. Starts haggling. You guys ever haggle strippers?
You haggle upwards.
I always haggle strippers.
Yeah.
I could do like 400. All right, like 450.
All right, 600, but that's it.
That is kind of going to a strip club. It's like
Haggling?
reverse haggling.
Oh.
You're like giving them small amounts of like, come on.
Call that donating.
Yeah.
Call that making a charitable donation. That's a tax write-off.
It's like giving
Yeah.
Santa
I
a
don't know about
dollar at
charity.
the Walmart.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's charity.
I don't know about
I
charity.
think that's a tax write-off.
You think he's gonna go to
No,
jail?
hey, no tax on tips. That is charity.
No, he
Tips.
won't go to jail. He'll spend the night in jail, and then he'll pay a fine for misuse of 911.
He's fucked. You
and
don't
go
got his
on with his life.
$300.
Right. He's gonna
Imagine
go
being
back.
in the cell or like in that room in
Get his
the
money back.
jail with the other people. And they're
What are
just
you in
like,
for?
yeah, man, I stole something from the supermarket or whatever. And this guy's like, I did not get head tonight. dude."
Let me tell you, I did not get lucky.
Balls blue.
Would any of you guys like to make $300?
What was the name we had? Was it Sultan? Wasn't
Headless Sultan.
The blue balled headless Sultan. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, he was probably pissed.
Look at him, dude. He looks pissed.
He looks sad.
He does
Yeah.
look sad.
In the mugshot, he looks really sad and somber. Like,
That's
Poor
the face of a
guy.
man who didn't know what to do next after he lost $300.
yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna be here arguing to get it back. So the cops are showing him one way or the other.
right.
should've been at the
He's like, I'm
casino.
just jumping the gun.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna have to come arrest me.
I am not leaving without.
They're
my
not gonna give me my money
$300.
back, and I'm not gonna stop arguing with them until they do. So
Was he alone? Does it clarify that he was alone?
was probably
or if
with
he
his
was
wife.
with
Yeah, it doesn't-
With
probably,
his wife
yeah.
at the strip club?
it doesn't say. I would assume alone, but yeah, also maybe with his wife.
Could be.
I don't
Maybe
know.
that was the stripper.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
You're mad. He tries to pay his wife $300 to have sex.
I'll be
with
home in 2 hours, honey.
No, and she is at the strip club and she's stripping and he's like, "Honey, $300. Can I get something?" And she's like, "No,
we don't
I'm
do that
calling
here."
the police." Yeah, we don't do that here, honey.
Is
Calls
why
the police to get the money back from his own wife.
Yeah.
this is why you always go to the hooker on the road, because you can speak to upper
No, you don't.
management. Just call the pimp. 216-859-8699 if you want to speak to the pimp.
What's the difference between the shirt you're currently wearing and the one that I am? Well, both do their job of concealing us from the outside world and social boundaries. But one little black swoosh makes yours cost nearly double. That red rectangle may not change how warm you are, but it certainly changes the price tag. The truth is, nobody cares about the details. Get to the point with GenericClothes.com. Have a laugh at the big brand clothing company's expense with shirts that simply say sports team, political statement, music band, and more. A shirt for any occasion and the perfect gift. GenericClothes.com.
The Rebel Radio Show is live at 5.
Stop saying Daryl the Wild Man Show as if it was like a show that was on it. Well, that's not a thing.
Every Monday on WSRR Radio.
Hey, Michael Bublé, you want to bring this one in? Shut up. Let him do it. Do you guys hear that? It sounded good to me. Did you guys hear it?
That?
It was pretty.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, Michael. 216-859-8699 to give Michael a compliment. We're sponsored by GenericClothes.com. Have a laugh at the big brand clothing company's expense. Get something that's straight and to the point. Perfect for any gift or occasion. GenericClothes.com offers a wide variety of t-shirts with basically anything you could want to say on it, like college, sports team, political statement, or ketamine. GenericClothes.com is your one-stop shop for all of that. Now,
wait, can I do my singing?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Can you do a little more?
It's like Michael Bublé's here.
I know. I was trying to embody what the viewers might perceive as Michael Bublé.
What you miss.
Yeah, I'm just
What
giving
you might
guys a,
think of when you think of the boobs. It reminds me of the Troll Face song. The
Yeah.
That's what. What are you breaking the computer for?
That reminded me of
trying to
South
close
Park.
this
Lord,
ad.
Lord, 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 Lord. I am Lord.
Sorry, what's going on?
Trying to close this ad.
If you're 16 and under, you have no idea what we're talking about.
If you're 16 or under, you shouldn't be listening to this show. go ahead and listen to something else. Go ahead and get off Spotify.
Go ahead and watch Bluey or something.
Talk to your
while you guys do.
parents.
Go watch Mojo.
Go watch Mojo. This is close.
What's going on with Kings Island visitors?
So, Kings Island is issuing. This is in Mason, Ohio, by the way. So this is in our neck of the woods.
There's a Kings Island here.
Mhm, yeah, in Mason, obviously.
Fuck me. Sorry.
No, Kings Island is issuing a warning to visitors to keep their mouth closed on their amusement
Shut your
park
fucking
rides
mouth.
because of cicadas. So,
Maybe they just yapping too much. Maybe the cicadas thing's a ruse, and like the kids at Kings Island are just too damn loud.
talking too much on the rides.
Yeah, like you gotta shut the fuck
Shut up and enjoy the roller coaster.
How many times does a cicada fall into or fly into your mouth on a roller coaster before this becomes an issue?
I'm still dying on the hill of one. I think this happened one time, and they were like, "That's fucked up."
Is
We're
Kings Island an amusement? I thought it was a water park.
I think it's both. I think it's like how
I'm amused in
Geauga
water
Lake
parks.
used to be.
That's a reference that so many people aren't gonna get.
Yeah, dude. Shout out Geauga Lake.
Big shout out Geauga Lake.
Yeah.
Geauga Lake was an amusement park that had water rides as well.
Yeah. Shout out Geauga Lake.
That's all we really had to say.
You saying this is just on roller coaster rides or just amusement park rides?
They said amusement park rides in general, so I'm assuming that means the water rides too. But I mean, it's cicada season. I'm assuming it happened one time.
It is not cicada season.
It literally is.
Not in
though.
Ohio.
What would
Yes,
you
it
most
is.
likely what ride would you most likely get the cicada suction from?
You know what I'm thinking? So first of all, I have a story about that. I've had cicadas land on me on a roller coaster before.
What?
Yeah. Second of all,
You caused this.
the log ride is what I was thinking. Like coming down the hill on the log ride and just get those fuckers sliding up into you
It's wet.
Yeah.
in mass. The locust exodus into your fucking face as you're coming down the log ride. No, I went to it's called Camden Park. And it's the oldest amusement park in West Virginia, one of the most in the United States. And they have an old rickety wooden roller coaster called the Big Dipper. And me and my cousin went on it one summer, and it was cicada season then. Let me remind you, it was cicada season then. That was in like fucking 2007. All right, it was cicada season then. And got on this coaster, and two cicadas flew as we were going up the hill down the big drop and landed on my cousin next to me on his shorts. And as
On
he
his balls.
pretty much, and as he
Balls
went
to
to
you.
try and get him off, like swat him off, we start going like tipping over the hill. So he's trying to get him off, and he swipes up, and the bar for the roller coaster was not latched, and the bar came up, so we had to pull down the roller coaster bar and relatch it before we went down the hill.
Damn.
So I almost died on a roller coaster.
Yeah,
but it's
that-
also not cicada season right now.
It is.
In Ohio, cicada season from Brood XIV is currently underway, with emergence expecting to peak in late May and June. The cicadas will likely be active for about 4 to 6 weeks, with the majority dying off by late June or early July.
That's not even real cicadas.
You know what? Actually, okay, those you're right.
They are part
the cicadas that they're talking about right here. They're the fake ones.
They're the government ones.
Yeah, these are the government. These are the electronic cicadas that have been issued out by the government.
I don't buy the cicada lore. I just don't believe it. So every 17 years is supposed to be cicadas. I would have.
I thought it was
Yeah.
7.
You say that, but so growing up, I heard 17, and I just fucking looked it up, and it said 17.
Yeah, 17.
17. That means we would have seen it once in our entire lives.
No,
We're
twice.
25.
This is the second time.
Collectively.
I've seen it more than twice already. I've seen it at minimum of 3 times in my life already.
That's because you're lying.
It's not because I'm lying.
Because you saw
I think
the
you are,
saw the
though.
synthetic ones.
Yeah, you saw the government ones.
It's bullshit. This whole fucking 17 years thing is not true when it comes to cicadas.
Yeah, totally.
It's not.
Totally. You're right.
I've
Off the basis of the fact that you've seen it.
Yes.
Sure.
You're a
Dude,
biologist.
Who are you going to
Quit your
believe me?
No, bro, I've seen it. Trust me.
You going to believe me? Someone you know personally?
She just goes to another school, bro. You've never met her,
You
bro.
going to believe me? Someone you've known personally your entire life? Or are you going to believe these scientists that you've never fucking met that just say, hey, every 17 years these things come about?
The scientists, even if they have that Bronxy accent. I
Every-
like it that
that's
way.
what happens when you get your
I like the
degrees.
Bronxy scientists.
I saw cicadas when I was a child.
Yeah, so did I.
17 years ago?
17 years ago.
We were children.
Yep. And I also saw them again when I was a child.
No.
I can verify with Evan on this one that I've seen them as a
No,
teenager.
Evan's met her before.
No.
Evan's been to the school that she goes to. Evan's met her. I swear. She's real and she's my girlfriend.
I've seen them as a teenager.
She's also a cicada.
If she,
Don't discriminate.
if she's 3 inches tall and buzzes and has red eyes, that's not your girlfriend, bro. That's a cicada.
Damn. What did I get myself into?
I've seen them as a teenager because we went fishing and we used cicadas to fish. So I've seen them as a teenager. So that's 2 times already I've seen them for the 17-year cycle, which is bullshit. I've seen them since I've lived in this house because I've seen them destroy the trees at this house. That's 3 times I've seen them in this 17-year cycle, and I'm 25.
That's
and
true.
now they're here?
Those weren't
I've seen them
cicadas.
twice. When I was little and then when we moved here.
I
they did
don't
that.
believe
They were tree
both
bugs.
of you.
Those were not tree bugs. They were cicadas.
I don't believe you guys at all.
Open
I
your
think
fucking eyes.
Open
they
your
are.
fucking mouth and eat a fucking cicada. Okay?
I'm going to Kings Island. And
Mouth open.
I'll bring them back. I'll bring you back a mouthful
I believe,
of
you know what?
cicadas.
I believe they're there because they come out all the time. Doesn't matter when.
Yeah. Man, do you
17
live on
years is a
Cicada
myth.
Island?
That's what this place is called. Read the article.
Styles like, I've been living on Kings Island for the last 17 years. I've seen cicadas.
If I was a wrestler,
I've eaten them.
If I was a wrestler, they'd hail me from Cicada Island. Let me tell you that much.
It's a pen name.
You'd come out to the ring in a shell. And you'd shed
Glowing
it.
red eyes.
It-
Vibrate like a motherfucker.
It takes 45 minutes to shed.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
the
it's
longest walkout ever.
So happy cicada season, everybody.
It is, yeah.
Here is my expert opinion on this.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. mhm.
I don't know if you know this. I worked at GameStop, so I have the authority here. I'm an expert.
Yeah. After everything, yes.
Okay. I think, yes, there are cicada seasons. I agree. All right. Are we in agreement right now?
I'm
As
not
of
agreeing to shit until you're done.
Are you sure?
There are
I'm saying
cicada
sure.
seasons.
I agree with that. There are
However-
cicada seasons. I don't agree with this next thing because it's going to contradict what he's just said.
Shane is really cool. My next
Don't
point.
agree with that. I'm super fucking cool.
My next point. Even though there are cicada seasons, these seasons are just when most cicadas come out in mass. Cicadas still exist
Who's counting?
every year. Someone is.
Who's counting? They're like, oh, all of them are out. No, most of them.
That's what I'm saying. There can't be all of them out. Cicadas exist every year. It's just they come out in mass during cicada season.
They attend
I didn't even know
mass.
they were Catholic.
We're on the same wavelength here.
They come out every Ash Wednesday. The damn ash on there.
Every time there's a new pope, the cicadas come out.
That would be a crazy cycle,
that's
dude. If
some
they line
biblical.
up the papacy with those cicadas.
I think they should. I think they're doing it wrong.
Yeah, I got some strange looks this past Ash Wednesday. I wrote "gay" on my forehead in ashes, and it seemed like all the Catholics were like giving me mean looks at church and stuff. So I don't know what happened there.
Try
but-
it this month. I think it'll go a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would.
I don't believe in the cicada
Cicadas?
myth. In the
You don't-
cicada myth.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen them a lot.
Okay.
I believe in the cicadas. And they believe in me.
I respect things that you have said in the past. So
I don't think that's true, Shane.
It is. That's the truth.
You're a hater, and I think you've always been a hater.
You're right. I really
You're
just
jealous because I've seen more cicadas than you.
I've always wanted to be able to eat them.
Why?
And that's kind of why I brought this
You
in.
can't.
I was figuring I could pitch to you guys the idea of a show on a roller coaster with our mouths open the whole time. Kind of like when we did that 24-hour gaming live stream, but with a roller coaster in
24 hours?
Yeah,
And we're
our
eating
mouths
cicadas
open.
the entire time.
Yeah.
We're crunching on them.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can eat cicadas.
So if you guys are in, just let me know right now.
It's a meal.
Right now.
Right now.
Sounds like the pitch is in.
Yeah, no.
Of course
we
I'm
were,
in.
we were the ones that came up with it. That's why he's here today, to talk about the cicada pitch.
Yes, the great cicada pitch. Could you stay on a roller coaster for 24 hours? I know you could eat cicadas for 24 hours.
Yeah,
that part
you've
I'm
seen
not,
me do
I've,
it.
I've seen cicadas for 24 hours. Start to finish.
I
Pulled
don't-
an all-nighter with them in the woods.
The woods. I don't think that I could be on a single roller coaster for longer than like 3 durations of the run before I would puke.
Get bored.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like,
Wait,
"This is
so when you
boring.
say
God."
the 24-hour
Start
thing.
reading.
Yeah, so when you say the 24-hour roller coaster, does that imply that it keeps going?
Yeah, no, you
Yes.
don't get off.
It doesn't
Oh.
stop.
No, I couldn't.
I think I could do 3 rotations, and then I'd be like, all right, there's going to be a health emergency.
The
Yes,
pidge is
I
scared of
agree.
roller coasters, and that's
Really?
canon.
What?
I hate them
That's
with a
canon.
passion.
Like, you see
Pussy.
them and you're like, ah!
Yeah,
Just the mere sight of them you're scared
if
of.
they had cicadas, that may be different.
The
That may
cicada
be
coaster.
enticing.
Can we get in a cicada costume?
Mm.
Can we dress up?
Yeah, so then they'll avoid us.
Oh.
Or they think we're the
No,
queen.
yeah, they're
Or
Oh,
we
okay.
could try to jump into people's mouths.
We can mate
trick
with
them.
them.
We have to bring a net.
Be like, "We're cicadas, we're cicadas," and then we try to get in their mouth with our penises.
I do
Oh.
that without a costume.
Oh,
And it
That's
does
not fun.
work.
That's not
I'm a
fun.
I'm a cicada. I'm a cicada.
Let me.
I've been arrested multiple times.
And let me tell you, no head.
Goddamn Sultan.
Cicada
That's
sultan.
why
He
it
strikes
didn't work.
again.
No, the cicada thing's a myth.
It's not.
It just is. It just is. I've seen them literally all of my life.
I've seen cicada shells a lot more than I've seen cicadas.
Well,
I've seen a
naturally-
shell of what you used to be.
Because cicadas
That's what I'm looking at.
shed their shells
Yeah,
and then they make a new one.
right.
And
7
then they
years
shed that
later,
one.
apparently.
17.
Yeah, 17. Yes. By the way, I'd like to preface before we started today. I said, I don't know, isn't it like 13 or 14? You said, no, 7. It's 7 years.
I was hyper
Immediately-
confident.
Immediately when you looked it up and saw it was 7, you've not left that.
Yeah, it's 17. Because I was wrong.
It's 7.
It's 17.
Heaven forbid a man have a little accountability on this
Yeah.
shit.
If it was 17, I would have never seen them twice in my life. And I have. I've seen them at least 3
You
times.
could be in
I've
two
seen
different
them
places.
twice.
This would be the 4th.
This is the second time, and you're wrong.
I'm not
I
wrong.
think you were just
I
in
think that
different
you are.
places at
Yeah.
the same time.
I think that you are miraging these cicadas.
I'm willing to write off one of them.
You're not writing
All right, all right. It's like taxes. It's like taxes. He gets the cicada right off.
Fountain pen out.
If-
Cursive ready.
It's non-deductible.
Because the first time I saw them, I was a child,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in West Virginia. So different
Mm.
state lines, different 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Yeah,
assume.
yeah.
Because it's not like the entire United States gets them at once. Like it's regional, right?
I would assume. I
So,
don't really know.
I'll write one off. I've still seen them twice. This would be the 3rd time seeing them.
I'm tired of hearing this writing off thing, dude. We're not staying with this.
Listen.
writing anything.
He's seen cicadas a couple times.
No, a
and he's
few
allo-
times.
He's
a few,
allowed to.
3.
Yeah,
a few times.
yeah.
Actually, not a couple. 'Cause
And
a
it
couple
was
would be 2.
and it was great. And
it was terrible. It was
you
terrifying.
Had a great time,
I had a bad time.
and we all believe you. So yes,
That's
I
a good
agree
show.
with you. We've seen the cicadas a couple times, like twice.
When's the last
I've
time you saw cicadas, Shane?
17 years ago. To the date.
not
Oh yeah,
fucking
to the
true.
date.
Yeah, because it's
That's
cicada
not
season.
fucking true.
To the date.
None of that is true.
To the minute, to the hour, to the second. At 5:48, 17 years ago, on Monday, it's the 13th. No, it's the 14th,
the
15th, 16th.
You looked at your
It's
watch
Monday
to check.
It's Monday the 16th. 17 years ago, I was looking at cicadas.
While we were, this show has been going on for 5 years.
It's
Open
very
the
possible
windows,
you
that
can
the
hear
16th
news.
wouldn't have been a Monday.
But
Yeah,
it
it
was. I remember.
It would have been.
Yeah, Shane's got a really good.
I was
memory.
there. I saw them. It's the same
16.
argument.
No, it would have been a Tuesday.
It's the same argument that Styles making. I was there. I saw it.
Homie's not counting leap.
You don't
years
believe
right now.
me?
I wasn't counting.
It was
either.
17 years ago to the date. I was there. Do you not
Shane,
believe me?
Shane.
Come
Shane-
on.
Shane Eaton, listen to me.
Do you not believe me?
Of the
Jordan
Rebel
Toller?
podcast.
Listen to
Name drop.
me. We
This
have
is
been
where
doing
we
this
were.
show for 5 years.
Yeah.
In that time, I have seen cicadas.
Sure. I believe
You
that,
have been to this house
I
when
believe
there were cicadas.
I believe that you think that. I believe that you are trying your
I
darndest.
don't think you
to
know what a
believe
cicada
that.
is.
I literally do.
I don't think you do. I don't think you've seen him enough.
I've seen him twice. I've seen him once.
Impossible.
I've seen him
Impossible
once.
if you've seen him twice already.
I said I seen him once.
Also, they said they're going to die off by the end of June in this. That's not a cicada season.
Jordan, you're very mad about these cicadas. I think you need to take it down.
I'm not going to.
It's okay to be wrong.
I'm not wrong, though, is the thing.
Okay. I respect
What-
things that you've said in the past.
You want me to believe this mainstream media over my own eyes?
No, you're right. They're feeding us propaganda, dude. It's so
They-
prevalent.
They
Look at
want
that.
us to
Look
think.
at the cicada prop.
They want us to think that
It's
cicadas
right
are
in
on
our
their own.
eyes.
What are you looking at over there?
I'm looking at cicadas.
Cicada gate
They're
is
out.
here. I can
These
feel
are
the cicada
photos
gate
just taken.
right now. I'm taking all of these pictures that
Yeah,
Pitch is
There's
showing you.
cicadas in the studio. I believe they're out. I do. I really do.
Yes,
Now
Sith
we're getting
Lord.
somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yes, Sith Lord.
I believe.
Darth Cicadius.
Cicada.
Dolph Cicada.
Dolph Cicada. In the impact zone?
Married to Chelsea Cicada.
Dolph the Cicada Ziggler. That's his name.
That's what he used to go by. I believe there's cicadas out right now.
Did you just they them Dolph Ziggler?
Dude. He, him.
Respect these. Come on.
Oh,
What month?
hang
is
on, buddy. No, don't even. You
Respect the cicadas.
both
dude.
of you just dead named Dolph
Nick
Ziggler, by the way.
Nemeth.
It's Nick and Nemeth. So
Oh,
you
God.
fucking take your woke bullshit
Oh.
somewhere else, dead naming Nick Nemeth like that. TNA Tag Team Champion Nick Nemeth, if you want to use his proper name.
Do you feel better now?
No.
Oh, okay. What else can I be wrong about for you?
How tall are you?
Very. Everyone says it all the time.
How many people come up to you and go, "You're taller in person"?
All of them. They say, "Hey, are you Shane
Are you
from
the tall guy
Are you
from?
Style?" Yeah. Taller than all of them.
That's what your bio is.
Taller than 'em all.
Taller than them all.
I'm here to
Reach
be
the
tall.
light bulbs.
Yeah.
I believe there's cicadas.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Cicada Joe Hendry.
I believe there are cicadas out right now. I believe it.
Right now?
Yeah.
In
He believes
In
there's
Ohio.
cicadas out
In
all
United
Ohio.
States?
In Ohio, Skibbity Toilet. I believe there's Ohio out in the cicada right now.
Type shit.
The Riz is off the chart right now.
However,
Aura farming on us.
Just put the
with
fries
the
in the
scoops
bag,
on,
man.
dude.
you know, we put the fries in the bag. Cicadas are always out.
Just yap.
every few years, cicadas are out. It's not 17. It's not 7.
It's every couple.
It's not 1738.
It's every year.
Breaking breaking the news right here.
I want to let you know right now, the top thing on Google, if you type in when do cicadas come out,
Mac Miller died. That's the top thing right now.
if you, but he's a little behind. If you type in,
He's
on
an
Google,
Internet Explorer.
if you go to Google, you type in when do cicadas come out, it says either annually or periodically. There's no answer. Either annually or periodically, that's both answers.
Stand by while Shane Googles.
Shane doesn't know
When
how to
do
Google.
cicadas
They come out this month.
Yeah, just like
Pride
every
month.
other month.
Just like
For Pride
everybody else
month.
coming out.
Cicadas usually emerge in late spring or early summer when the soil temperature reaches 64 degrees and 4 inches below the surface. Cicadas emerge in groups called broods. In 2025, brood XI1V, one of the
Say
largest.
14.
I don't know how to.
They don't come from the ground,
They
dude.
c-
I've dug a lot of
periodical
holes. I have
broods.
not dug
Yeah.
You're
up
right.
one cicada.
Shit.
What?
You're right. They come in periodical broods.
Go ahead. Kiss
They're
my
not
ass.
from the ground.
What do you mean they're not from the ground?
I've dug a lot of holes. I've never dug up one cicada.
Largest.
I have.
No, you haven't.
Only 14 states get cicadas.
There's so
Yeah.
many of them. They're not all in the ground.
No, some of them are flying around in broods
Not right
every
now.
17 years.
Not right now.
You said they were flying around right now.
Not right now. We're inside.
They're still out there. They don't stop being out there while we're inside.
It's
Stop
like
being out
the
there.
observable universe.
I think
Once
it's
you
still
observe
every
it, it
17
reacts
years.
differently.
I don't think it's like
Beyond
any
bounds.
different. I don't think that their different broods come out at different times or anything like
You
that.
just read that.
It didn't say that.
It said annually or periodically.
No, it didn't.
It did. Not.
You're wrong.
Where
Evan,
on this?
You're wrong.
If you can read this whole thing and
I
tell
still
me
don't think they come from the ground.
where it says that, I will
Where do you
redact.
think they come from?
The ground.
Not the ground.
All right.
This is the guy you're siding with.
All right. This
Figure it
guy.
out.
This guy is.
I want you to go grab your spade, go out into your yard. I want you to kick it into the dirt, find some for me, send it over. You're not going to.
We went to high school with someone who had cicadas in his backyard. In
What,
the
is
ground.
he the farm? Is he the cicada farmer? Is that where
I
they all?
don't know who
Is
you're
that where
talking
they all
about.
go? Yeah, name drop him right now,
Can't do that.
live
No.
on the show.
Won't do it.
Seems like you're cicada gatekeeping.
I would never name drop someone on the
Yeah.
show.
Seems like you're cicada gatekeeping right there.
I would
Never,
never,
I
I
would
would
never
never
do
use
that.
someone's government name on the show.
You're
Let me tell you that
gatekeeping
much.
the goods
Yeah,
right there.
because you don't believe.
I don't believe
The
your
cicada
hearsay.
farm is for the believers.
I don't believe your hearsay. They come out every 17
Well, I don't
years.
believe you're 6'6".
Perchance.
The hell did you just say?
I don't believe you're 6'6".
What does that mean?
Shane, I'm taller than you,
Okay.
and I am 5'11". So you walking around telling people you're
9'11".
6'6"? I don't believe it.
I'm 6'6".
Shane, you're not 6'6".
On the internet? Yeah.
I would believe you.
I'm internetally 6'6".
Keep believing things you read on the internet.
Virtually?
Shane's 6'6".
I'm
Cicadas
That's
come
what
out
we're
every
doing
17 years.
the show. We are believing things on the internet, damn it.
From a trusted source. I am a goddamn Google scholar.
This is the Google AI that we're reading right now.
The
I see it on this laptop.
The AI overview could be lying to us, guys.
You're taking an AI overview. I'm a Google scholar.
Yeah.
I've been around Google.
I have the
Been
Google
around the block.
certificates.
I printed my degree off Google. I'm a scholarly source.
They gave me my diploma.
They gave me the cicadas.
So are we going to Kings Island or not?
Yeah, we can go to Kings
All right,
Island.
fine.
Yeah.
Good.
You keep
That's
your mouth
really,
shut?
That's no.
Keep your freaking mouth shut when you're there.
Because it's cicada season and Papa's hungry.
You know what? We're going to break. On that, we're going to break.
Papa C.
216-859-8699. Let me know when cicada season is. You're wrong. Let me ask you this. Would you rather go to prison or the rodeo? 216-859-8699. Once again, that number to text in. 216-859-8699 works for the Rebel Radio Show. We're live every Monday right here on WSRR Radio, brought to you by Synergy Music Studio, Hellbender Vinyl, and GenericClothes.com. For more information on all our great sponsors, you can check out our website, WSRRradio.com, where you can also get showtimes, schedules, and more. You see our full show schedule lineup like Shaney's off air. Like the pigeonhole with the pidge.
That's mine.
and all of our great shows like Behind Enemy Lines. That's the Cleveland sports show from Pittsburgh every morning at 10 a.m. hosted by Lucas and Dom. You can get True Vault Escapades. That's the Fallout-based radio drama from Preston Hardin. That's every weekday night at 10 p.m. or all music weekends all weekend long right here on WSRR Radio. Don't forget the WSRR Rebelthon, 12 hours of live radio broadcast from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. will be coming your way July 26th. That's live shows, musics, interviews, guests, and more right here on the station. 12-hour broadcast July 26th, raising money to stay on the air and keep local music local and ad-free via our Venmo at WSRR Radio. Until next time, I've been radio's Rebel DJ Style. To my right is Shaney.
Bye, everyone.
To his right is the Pidge.
See ya.
On the board is Jules.
Adios.
Peace.